Yo, welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about the Jezebel Spirit and the Ahab Spirit and how it relates to modern day feminism and beta simpery. Now, for those who are familiar with the Christian lore, no doubt are familiar with the tale of Jezebel. But for those who aren't, I'll fill you in real quick. A long time ago, back in the Bible times, there was a king of Israel. His name was Ahab, and he took upon himself a heathen wife that was not of Israelite origin. And this heathen wife, her name was Jezebel, and she was the daughter of an evil fucking cult of priests and shit, and they worshipped a god called Baal. Now, one of the chief principles of Baal worship is child sacrifice. Now, after Ahab had married Jezebel, what happened was Jezebel, she became a domineering wife and she took over the household. And what happened was Baal worship, it started to become normalized amongst the Israelites. And then next thing you know, they're sacrificing children. And not only that, but Jezebel, her ways were spread amongst the Israelites. She was like a sexual deviant. She had a very insidious, manipulative nature. Now, all that sounds common and synonymous with modern day feminism. You have the domineering woman that tries to control the relationship. And not only that, but we see abortion normalized to the point where they don't even understand it, but it's basically the same as Baal worship because you are basically sacrificing children in the form of abortion, whether they know it or understand it. And you see the feminists, they're very manipulative and sociopathic, and it's all because they are enabled by these weak beta simp men, aka those that inhabit the Ahab spirit, because the only way Jezebel was able to do what she did is because she was enabled by her weak husband. You understand what I'm saying? It is a woman's place to be feminine and submissive to her husband and to follow his orders and to let him be the head of the household. And whenever she isn't feminine and submissive and she's domineering, controlling, this is going exact opposite of how the grand scheme is supposed to be. She's going against the fucking grand designs, and she's going against her core programming, basically. And this is why women who follow feminist ideology deep inside, they're so unhappy, and they end up, getting box wine and surrounding themselves with cats or chihuahuas and living fucking miserable life because they fucked up and they wasted the best years of their life being sexually promiscuous, fucking working for a boss, you know? See, this is the thing about feminism. To a feminist, they believe it's liberating to work for your boss and serve a company. But to work for your husband and serve your children, like that's considered slavery. It's like, no, 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 no. You got it twisted, sister. This is the Jezebel spirit manifesting itself in the form of modern feminism. And these feminists are all enabled by these beta simps, these men that don't know how to handle these women and put them in their place. It's like, no, 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 no. I'm the head of the household, not you, okay? I'm the man, not you. You are going to be feminine and submissive, and you're going to do what your husband says. There's no men like that anymore who are capable of taking control of their woman the way Ahab should have taken control of Jezebel. And thus, Jezebel led Israel down a path of destruction, basically. And she fucked shit up. She went after the prophets, too. Yep. I firmly believe feminism is an evil ideology that causes nothing but pain and suffering. It truly does. Not only to men, but to women as well. I've never known a female who has taken up feminist ideology and has been happy, because it runs counterproductive to their programming. I'm telling you. And just as Jezebel led the Israelites astray and came after the prophets, so too are feminists leading Western civilization astray, and they are going after the prophets in the form of all of this censorship that's taking place. Yeah, you know it. They are coming after red-pilled and MGTOW content left and right because they don't want the truth to be known by anyone, because the red pill is the antithesis of feminism. And if enough men become red-pilled, then it can inoculate themselves of that Ahab spirit, and thus they can be able to combat Jezebel and take her on and not allow her to dominate him, if you understand what I mean. The bottom line is, don't allow yourself to become an Ahab and let yourself be controlled by Jezebel. Take that red pill and put that bitch in her place. All right, we'll go ahead and close out the show now with a little bit of words of wisdom from Big Daddy. Never forget what is best in life. What is best in life? Crush your enemies, see them bleed right before your eyes, hear them scream. Please don't let me die. Lamentation of the women. Feminism is a sin. Lamentation of the women.